Hey guys, Bios and Ramos, and today I'm going to be going over what the Dolphins need to do to win and so on against the Chargers this week. Chargers are coming down to Miami to face the Miami Dolphins at 1 o'clock Sunday at Hard Rock Stadium. Let's get into it.
Miami has the Dolphins, the greatest football team.
So first and foremost, ESPN matchup predictor, Miami Dolphins have a 13.7% chance of winning. Oh man, it gets rough and rough every time. Just trying to see. Chargers at 86.2. Tie is 0.1%. Yeah. So, Chargers. Let's talk about them a little bit. Their main running back last season, Melvin Gordon, was holding out until now. I'm not sure if he's going to play or not. I'm pretty sure he's not. He came back to the team on Thursday. But I don't know if he's going to play. It's going to be so different if he does play. Especially since our run defense isn't that good. I mean, we had two separate runners last week run for 100 yards, 125 and 103 yards, I think. Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard from the Cowboys, right? But who knows? Anyways, facing Phillip Rivers, Austin Eckler's done pretty decent. Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, and then on the defensive side of the ball, they don't have Darren James right now. He's out until pretty much halfway through the season. Something, I forgot what happened to him exactly, but he's out. Yeah. So let's get into it a little bit with the injury report. So for the Los Angeles Chargers, Michael Bagley, the pace kicker out of the University of Miami, he is out. That is surprising to me. Casey Hayward is questionable, their cornerback. Melvin Gordon, okay, he's out. Awesome. Justin Jackson, running back, out. So it's just Austin Eckler right now, honestly, to be real with you guys about who's in at running back. I don't know who else they have there. And then Drew Tranquil, linebacker, he is questionable. Now for the Miami Dolphins, we have Albert Wilson, wide receiver, questionable. He's most likely gonna play. He said the whole week he was feeling better. That since the Patriots game, he injured his calf, and I'm pretty sure he might come back for this game. Allen Hurns, wide receiver, out. I'm pretty sure he's still in concussion protocol because that guy got lit up against Dallas. Rashad Jones was at practice this week. He is questionable. Bobby McCain is questionable as well, and Jamal Williams is out. Bobby McCain, I don't know if you guys saw when I said this about the preseason. At one of their games, he laid a hit on a guy, and his shoulder just completely popped out. Like he went back to the sideline, shoulder dangling, right? So he had to pop it back in, right? And after that, he didn't go back in the game in the preseason, right? That thing I just saw, I feel like it's coming back to bite him because he's been dealing with this shoulder injury pretty much the whole season. I mean, only 3 games in, and that's been something that's been nagging him the whole season. He's been shoulder, my shoulder hurts, blah, blah, blah. So let's see if that is an issue down the line, especially we have him on contract for like another 2 or 3 years. We signed an extension with him not that long back, I think before last season. So let's see what happens there. That's tough. That is really tough. But last week he had our only turnover. He had that interception, which was great. So this is something I want to go over. Something we need to do to get the win. It's obviously to get to Phillip Rivers. He is the head man of that offense. He's been there for a while. He's the quarterback of that team. He's the one that's faces have changed around him. He's stayed there for a while, right? So let's see something that I think we need to do. Get to him, get him, sack him. First game of the season against the Texans, against the Colts, was sacked 4 times. Ended up getting the W in overtime, 30-24. Next, Detroit Lions game that he played away. They lost 13-10. He was sacked once, though. Now, he was sacked 5 times in the loss to the Houston Texans. And that game went down to the wire, 27-20. Chargers had the last possession. They were going upfield, and then just penalties and stuff just stopped them from winning the game. Actually, when I was doing my post-game review of Dallas, that game was on. I was watching that game while I was doing the review. But yeah, we just need to get to him. If we get him, I like our chances of winning this game. If we put pressure on Phillip Rivers, he's not a quarterback that can escape the pocket and pretty much, evade pressure. He's hard. He's not the easiest guy to take down, don't get me wrong, but he's more of a statue than Lamar Jackson and Dak Prescott are, So that is what's the deal there. Next is the running game. Stop the running game for the Chargers, and basically just I think it's only Austin Eckler. I don't really know if they have anyone else in their depth chart at running back because Justin Jackson, the other running back, is out. I'll check that out right now. Yeah, they only have another guy, Tromaine Pope. So see if he's got anything this season, like any carries, any whatever. This season, nothing so far, but he might get some plays because, it's only him and Austin Eckler. So, yeah. But yeah, just stop both of those guys. Plain and simple, just clog up the running lanes, make him feel uncomfortable. Austin Eckler is a pretty small back, but he has some wheels, so he can move. So, and something that Phillip Rivers has done well is utilize his running backs in the passing game. Darren Sproles, Danny Woodhead, just little guys that just can outrun you. Basically, that's what he's really good with. Next, Miami Dolphins. They need to protect Josh Rosen. Protect him. Just make it easier because last game of the Dallas Cowboys, he was rolling out of the pocket a lot just because the pocket was collapsing. He would have to continue and try to make a different play, blah, blah, blah. So, that being said, I was watching a video by some guy named Zach, right? And his channel is Strong Opinion Sports. And basically, he has like a little podcast, and what he did in his podcast was he was reviewing like a lot of the young QBs who started and what were some highlights of what they've done and what bad things they need to work on, basically. So he was just highlighting the play. I'm gonna link the video he did about Josh Rosen. But basically what he said is that the Dolphins should try running a lot of screenplays because basically it gets the linemen out. As long as Josh Rosen delivers the ball to the running back, Kenny Drake, Balaj, whoever's going to be in there, as long as he delivers it, you have defensive linemen getting after Josh Rosen, and then you just take off the pressure by just dumping it off at the running back and getting some chunk yardage. See what happens. It gets the linemen out there blocking against corners instead of blocking against these big defensive linemen that are just getting after them, right? Especially this week, we have Joey Bosa, we have Melvin Ingram, I don't really know who else is on the defensive line, but they produce sacks. They get pressure on the quarterback constantly mainly because of those two guys. Not only that, they signed Thomas Davis in the offseason, and he might be a shell of himself. I don't know yet. I haven't really seen much of his play, but he's leading their team in tackles with 34, so that has to say something. Check out some of their defensive stats. They have 31 sacks so far? Jeez Louise. As a whole team, they have 31 sacks. Joey Bosa already has 12. My God. Yeah, is that 12? Yeah, it's 12. What the? Yo, Joey Bosa, relax. He has 12 sacks already. That is absurd. That is crazy, honestly. Wow. Oh, no. I'm kidding. He has 1.5 sacks. Oh, man. Jeez Louise. Yeah, he had 12 sack yards. Like, loss of 12 yards in his sacks. Wow, that really threw me off. And, man, I was about to go crazy thinking that he has 12 sacks already through the first 3 games. I mean, they would have been talking about something. They only have 4 sacks. So they're having trouble getting to the quarterback, which is surprising because I consider those to be top 2 of the, like, those are the top couple defensive ends in the league, Melvin Ingram and Joey Bosa, but they're not getting to people. But let's see. I mean, Dolphins pretty much have the worst offensive line. So if they don't get to our offensive, like through our offensive line and get Josh Rosen, might be good for us. Might be really good for us. So next thing we need to do, going back to the defensive side of the ball, Xavier Howard needs to have a bounce back game after what happened with him and Amari Cooper, that Amari Cooper just had the better half of him, right? So we need to shut down Keenan Allen. That's their number 1 guy. That is the guy who can get the ball pretty much anytime he needs to. And can't let that happen. We can't let what happened last week with Xavier Howard and Amari Cooper happen again with Keenan Allen and Xavier Howard, because I'm pretty sure he's going to be shadowing him all day. I'm pretty sure we'll see him switch off every now and then and cover Mike Williams because he's a good receiver. He's a really good receiver. Yeah. And then they also have Travis Benjamin, who's a speedster, so I hope he just doesn't blow off the top on us. Be pretty upset if that's the case. Another thing we need to do offensively, and I'm going to say this every single game, is run the dang ball, right? We need to run the ball, even though our offensive line stinks, right? Need to run the ball. Run the ball. Run it down their throat, okay? Because without running the ball or having a good run game, they're just going to play the pass. And then they're going to pick us off, put pressure on the quarterback, just run the ball, stay honest with the run game. I don't know if you guys saw the Green Bay Philadelphia game, but they shied away from the running game at the end, and that really killed them, honestly. They had the ball inside the red zone 7 times and only came away with 3 touchdowns or something like that. That was crazy. Yeah. So just run the ball. I don't care if it's Balaj, Drake, Walton, Laird, or Gaskin, whoever. Just run the ball. Have good running back play. That will help out our team a lot. That's pretty much it. Yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, let me know down below. Give it a nice thumbs up. Also, let's get a Dolphins dub. Alright. Let me see the game picks. On the game picks, I picked them to go and win. It was like 17-14 or whatever. Pretty sure that was the score. Yeah, Dolphins. I really think this is a game for Dolphins to win. Like for the first win, I think this could be it. And with especially without Melvin Gordon in there, it's just not. It's looking a lot better. Especially Justin Jackson's out. He was another good back that was on that team. Such. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram at @ByAustinRamos. Check out byaustinramos.com. And lastly, fins up.
Miami has the Dolphins, the greatest football team.